Hi everyone, I'm here today to read you this book called Chester. It's about a crazy cat, and I like cats, so I thought I'd share this with you today. So look at this cat. He's got a red marker in his hand already. He's up to no good. Place my award here. I guess he's thinking he's going to get an award. And look what he did to the author's name. Crossed it out and put his name. Starting trouble already. Okay, this is a note from the author. Dear readers, I apologize for Chester's behavior in my mouse story. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sincerely, Melanie Watt, blah, blah, blah. And look at the little mouse here. All right, so here's Melanie Watt. Look what he did. So she's apologizing already for his behavior. Dedication page said, for Marcos, Ava, Melina, and Layla. That's from the author. But look what Chester did with the red marker. Crossed it out and said, for Chester, because I couldn't have made this book without him. He's the smartest, most handsome cat in the world. I wish I could be like him someday. Oh, and look. Not written and illustrated by Melanie Watt. So wherever we see the red marker, that's where Chester is taking his marker and crossing it out, making his own corrections. Once upon a time, there was a mouse. He lived in a house in the country. And here's what Chester wrote. Then the mouse packed his bags and went on a trip very, very far away, and we never saw him ever again. And here's the mouse, sitting nicely on the chair. What does Chester write? Hasta la vista, mousey. He wants him to go away. And look, here's the pictures of the mouse's family. So here's Chester, and he writes, so Chester moved in and made a few changes to his new place. And this is what Chester writes. Here he is with his marker, my curtains, Chester's home, sweet home. And he makes pictures, cat faces on all the mice. Chester's chair, because he wants yarn. And he crosses out cheese. He doesn't want cheese. That's for the mouse. He wants a fish. And he looks very happy. But Mouse returned home. Oh, yes. Did I mention he brought back a really big souvenir with teeth? Uh-oh. Look what he found. All of Chester's markings. This says airline. And here's the mouse. He's coming back from vacation. Back to the story. Once upon a time, there was a mouse. He lived in... Chester, move out of the way. And this is what Chester writes. He lived in the country with his vegetarian dog who only ate carrots. And then Melanie begged Chester to write a better story, and it goes something like this. The mouse is kind of angry, huh? All right, so this is Chester because I see a little red marker. Once upon a time, there was me. Chester stands for charming, handsome, envy of Mouse, smart, talented, envy of Melanie, really, really handsome. Chester lived in Chesterville where mice weren't allowed, and it was a beautiful day. There he is, happy. Number one, Chester. Got a little crown on his head. Uh-oh. Chester looks all washed up. What happened? It says, until it started to rain, all the marker is melting. So the author writes this part. Now, as I was saying, once upon a time there was a mouse. He lived in a house in the country. And there's the mouse again, nice and happy. And then Chester writes, and he lived happily ever after. And this is where the author says, Chester, this is where I draw the line. And he says, nope, I'm drawing the line. Bing. Do not cross this line. Keep out, Chester side. It's being a really fresh cat. And the author, this is Melanie. The author says, Chester, that's enough. Hand over the marker this instant. Chester writes, Chester's busy. Zzz, he's sleeping. And then he draws a picture of the mouse. Hello, I'm boring, and I'm jealous of Chester. And she says, hi, I'm Melanie Watt, and I'm very angry. Chester kind of took over her book, didn't he? Chester, this is the author talking. I'm warning you, hand over the marker and apologize before I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And what does Chester say? And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. La la la. And she says, all right, Chester, you want your own story? You want to be the star of the book? Well, get ready. Here it is. And Chester writes, finally. So now Melanie's going to write a story for Chester. Here's his marker. Here's his can of tuna, his cat relatives. Once upon a time, there was a cat named Chester. He lived in a house in the country. Chester was a very handsome cat, especially when he wore a pink. Chester goes, you wouldn't. Toto! So the author's making fun of him. And he says, now it's personal. What did he do, the author? He drew a mustache and glasses on her. I guess he's going to get into trouble with that marker. I hope you enjoyed the story. Have a great summer, guys.